All right, guys, now we're going to have a slant asymptote. Because my largest exponent is in my numerator, we're going to end up with a slant. All right, so we're going to go plug everything else in, figure it all out, and then we'll find that slant. My domain is my denominator not equal to 0. My vertical is my denominator equal to 0. We don't have a horizontal because we just said we have a slant. My x-intercept, a lot of people want to make this harder than it is. To solve this, I'm going to factor, and I'm going to take out my greatest common factor and get 0 and 1. So I'm going to say my ordered pair is 0, 0, because my y is 0, and then 1, 0. And then for my y-intercept, I'm going to plug a 0 in everywhere and get 0 over 1, which is the ordered pair 0, 0, and it just happens to be, and it's going to be that way. If you have an x-intercept of 0, you also have a y-intercept of 0. Now my slant, I'm going to long divide. X plus 1 into x squared minus x. I'm going to add plus 0 just to have a number. X times x, I distribute. I subtract. X squared minus x squared is 0. Negative x minus x is a negative 2x plus 0. Then I'm going to go negative 2, negative 2x minus 2. Subtract and get a positive 2. All right, my slant asymptote is going to be this equation. I'm going to ignore the remainder. My slant is y equals x minus 2. All right, so I'm going to make a table. I'm going to put my vertical in the middle. That doesn't exist. I'm going to go a half in each direction. And I'm going to start plugging in some numbers. All right, this one I'll let you use a calculator on, just to make it go a little bit easier, and I'll do it myself in the calculator too. X squared minus x divided by x plus 1. So I'm going to go negative 3. That's negative 6. Negative 6. Negative 7.5. 1.5. We already have that as 0, 0. All right. I'm going to plot these points. Not before I plot them, let's draw our vertical and horizontal. And my vertical is here. My horizontal is the line x minus 2. I just graphed that line. Now, I'll do that again. Negative 3, negative 6, negative 2, negative 6, negative 1, negative 7.5. Over here, I'm going to go negative 1 half, 1.5, 0, 0, 1, 0. And the idea of an asymptote is I start close to it, I curve through the points, and I end close. It looks something like that. So you do long division to get that horizontal or that slant, and it's just like the rest. All right, we're going to do most of this, but we're not going to do it all. Just do enough to get the point across. T over t squared minus 9. T divided by t squared minus 9. All right, so my domain t doesn't equal plus or minus 3. My vertical is t equals plus and minus 3, so I'm going to have 2 of them. My horizontal, I have a larger on the bottom, so I'm just going to say y equals 0, and if we need to go back, really, these t's can be just x's. My x-intercept, I set my numerator equal to 0. My y-intercept, I'm going to put a 0 in. All right, so my x and y intercepts are the ordered pair 0, 0. All right, so now for my table. All right, if I draw my graph first and set it up, I'm going to have a vertical asymptote here. I'm going to have a horizontal or vertical asymptote here, and a horizontal asymptote here. All right, the idea of a horizontal asymptote, it's the same idea as end behavior. As I get further away from the middle, my graph is going to approach this. So what I'm going to do, since I have two vertical and vertical asymptotes, I'm going to put both of them in. And I'm going to go a half in each direction. And a couple more numbers. And I'm just going to throw a couple more numbers in between here also. All right. So I put both of them. And I'm going to have three pieces of this graph. So this one I'll go to the calculator again. X divided by x squared minus 9. Now I'm going to start plugging in the values. Negative 5 is negative 0.3125. Negative 4, negative 0.5714. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. X divided by x squared minus 9, all right. Negative 3.5. We're getting a whole bunch of decimals, which is fine. I'm just going to keep going. All right, just slowly plugging these in. And now I'm going to start plotting these. All right, so negative 5 is about here. Negative 4 is about here and here. Negative 2.5 is about here. All right, I get these. Now, I connect my dots using my asymptotes as a guide. And I get this graph here. All right, the idea for this one is I'm going to have two vertical asymptotes, so I have to put them both in. It is okay, and people may look at this a little weird, that I have my middle graph crossing my horizontal asymptote. A horizontal asymptote really only matters as you get away from the middle. You can cross a horizontal in the middle, but not at the ends. All right, so that's the last lesson. So if you have multiple vertical asymptotes, you're going to have multiple pieces of the graph. All right, have a great day.